All right, so how's the team's preparations? You know you had a short turnaround for that Marshall contest, but now you're probably more back on a traditional schedule. How's that been for the squad getting ready for this upcoming contest?
I think it's been great. It gave us the time to really sit down. Like Coach McGee told us for this week, it's reset, refocus, recommit. So I think it just gave us that little break to honestly sit down, figure out what we need to do going forward, and really prepare ourselves for this week going forward against App.
What are those things you need to do after reviewing film and just seeing how preparation's been? What do you have to get better at?
I think it just comes down to our details, honestly, and also trusting the other players that they're going to do their job as well. So when going back looking at film, it's not big issues. It's not a big bust on a defensive play or even an offensive play. It just comes down to one moment, one different technique, one technique that you should have did differently, things like that. So I think for our team, it just comes down to the little details, those moments.
You mentioned last week that there were 8 plays in the game that made a difference. Is there one or two that stood out to you that might have done this better or that better?
I can speak defensively, for sure. There's the play before half where they scored before half. That was a mess up on our part, but it wasn't like a bust on the defense. It was just one person, so it was that one detail, that one technique that we messed up. And I feel like if they didn't score before half, it would have been a one-score game. And then I say secondly, it would be after we scored and it was 2 minutes late in the fourth quarter, and then they ended up having that big run. I think that was also coming down to a detail. Somebody lost the edge and ended up being a touchdown that would have really, if we would have stopped them there, it could have been a way different game.
Tightening things up.
Yup. Little techniques that we need to tighten up.
Yeah, now facing a team now, Appalachian State, that leads the conference in passing yards average per contest. What about defending against a team like that you know is going to be very active on the passing end of things?
I feel like personally, it's a good thing and a bad thing, because if we're good in the back end, that means we can make them one-dimensional. If a team that likes to pass can only pass, it kind of makes it hard, So I feel like our focus this week is to, if they feel like they're good at it, we gonna find y'all weaknesses, and we gonna go after your weaknesses. So I think that's where our goal really is coming into App State. The young boy got a takeaway. I think it gives us confidence for sure. Definitely. I don't think we've ever been scared of teams that pass the ball, So I think just seeing that, okay, they pass the ball, that's what they like to do, that's their bread and butter. It just gives us that, all right, we're going to take on that challenge, because like you said, we got a takeaway last week. So it's not like we can't cover, It's just we got to get our details right. Yeah, because it's what they hone in on too. Yeah. On me.
How are you feeling right now? This is week 9 of the college football season.
Yeah.
Almost, I would say we're way past the midway point. Still a lot left to play for.
Yeah.
But how are you feeling? Is your body, your mental, where are you?
Body wise, I'm okay. If you do right by yourself, get in the training room, do that stuff, your body's gonna feel okay. If you're doing right by yourself, eating right and stuff. But as in the season, I don't know. It's the Sun Belt. I always say that it's the Sun Belt. Anything can happen in the Sun Belt, honestly. So my mentality is to win. Always just win. If it's App State, Arkansas State, all the teams that we got left, Coastal, my goal is to win them all. So just my mentality going into this App State and the rest of the season is just to win them all and let the cards fall how they fall.
I know we moving forward, of course, to App State, but last week was y'all real first chance to see what the team like on the level.
Mm-hmm.
Experience with West Virginia was like, how did you rate the experience? How is
You mean like just how it was like just traveling for the first time with the team? Yeah, I mean, uh, it's different, of course. It's definitely different. You know, you ain't home, you ain't around the home crowd. But I think the players, honestly, it's like it didn't feel much different with the players and like their mentality and things like that. Cause, you know, even for home games, we stay at hotels the night before. So I feel like we kind of got used to it, you know, kind of being away from home, not away from home. So just being at the hotel, it was really the flights, flying home after the game that really felt the most different, you know, and then obviously being in an away crowd, you know, not having the crowd behind you when you score, things like that. But honestly, I don't think it really got to us personally. Like it just felt like we playing another game, but we in a different city. That's